Hey guys, how y'all doing? Um, Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Now, I know y'all hate me. I've been gone for so long. Like, I don't know, for some reason, I'm gonna be very transparent with y'all. I haven't really had the motivation to record because the year started off really upsetting and rocky for me. So I think this month I wanted to start over this month and get back on track with uploading and stuff and start acting out my New Year's resolutions. I'll try to upload more in the future. I've been having trouble coming up with new video ideas and stuff like that. With that being said, today we are talking about the emotional impact of Disney. Now, of course, the one thing Disney is known for is their movies, of course, but people don't really look into the emotional impact it may have on someone. And of course, I'm not only talking about nostalgia, I'm talking about movies like The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tangled, Encanto, and Peter Pan. I feel like those movies have a certain emotional impact that someone may feel. The reason why I picked The Hunchback of Notre Dame is because I feel like people may identify with Quasimodo in some kind of way. For example, in the movie, Quasimodo is constantly getting put down by his caretaker, which means that he feels like he's a monster and he's ugly when he really wants to go out and explore the world, have friends, have a girlfriend maybe. And I really feel like he is the result. Well, how do I say this? I feel like people may connect with him because of today's social media and possibly the people around them. Social media has a really disturbing way of putting somebody down. Somebody sees a plus size person like me and is like, oh my god, you're so fat, you don't belong here. And I just think that it's really messed up because how are you gonna be mad that I'm fat? Mind your business. People are out here acting like mental health doesn't exist or they think it's a joke. And people take insults different ways. So something like that, it could really mess with somebody to where they possibly, off themselves. But anyways, I'm rambling. If you analyze it enough, like I for some reason did, the movie Tangled is kind of on the same platform as The Hunchback, but also different. But if you look at the psychology of the movie, Rapunzel may represent someone who's trapped, and Mother Gothel may represent a family member or your mind. Stay with me now. Jingle, 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 jingle.
Jingle, jingle.
Going back to what I said about social media, I'm just gonna say it. There is currently a lot of scary stuff going on in the world. Everything with Palestine and Iran, it's way more easier for people to fearmonger. There's people that like to cause mass hysteria, and that does not help somebody with anxiety. I speak from experience. People make a big deal out of everything to make it seem like the situation is actually really much bigger than it is, which is very frustrating because it prevents people to go out and live their life to the fullest. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm looking too into the movie. Let me know in the comments. Like, come on, come on. I know you see that comment section. Come on. Let's move on to Encanto. For Encanto, I feel like that movie is for people who struggle with not. I feel like that movie is for people who struggle with feeling like they're never gonna be enough. In that movie, Abuelita treats her granddaughter Mirabel quite terribly just because she doesn't have a gift. Because of this, Mirabel feels that she'll never be good enough for her Abuelita, which is jacked up because Abuelita still blamed everything on her when Mirabel tried to save the casita. Like, what? Are we serious? And in my opinion, Mirabel wasn't mad enough because me and Abuelita would have had a boxing match right then and there. But yeah, personally, I don't have that feeling of I'm never going to be good enough. But as I sat there and watched the movie, I felt all of Mirabel's sadness, pain, and anger just trying to prove herself to people who barely even noticed her. I know that has to be so exhausting. With that being said, if you're ever struggling with your mental health, go to www.growtherapy.com. Growth Therapy is an affordable mental health care website where you can meet hundreds of licensed therapists. Just put in your insurance, your state, and your needs, and it'll connect you to so many licensed therapists. So if you ever need someone to talk to, go to growtherapy.com and talk to therapists who care. Now, let's move on to Peter Pan. Ah, yes, the kid that never wants to grow up. I think I speak for everyone when I say we all relate to Peter Pan. I mean, at least for Disney adults like me. I swear, if I knew the world was going to be moving like 1914 with a mix of Schindler's List, I never would have said I can't wait to grow up when I was little, because now I would do anything to go back to when life was simpler and Obama was president. Anyways, Peter Pan is obviously for those people who are not ready to grow up. And I am one of those people. I'm turning 19 this year, which is one step closer to prime adulthood, and I am not ready. Like, I still live with my parents, and I am definitely not ashamed of it. Like, what? Like, no. I'm playing. I'm not laughing. But I'm not gonna lie, of course there's other reasons why I'm still staying with my parents, but one of them is because I'm still holding on to my childhood. You know, hanging out with my parents, going places with them, hanging out with them. I know I can like do that type of stuff even if I do move out, but it's different. Like, I'll know that I'll be able to see them when I wake up in the morning. Like, we don't have to part ways after they hang out, you know? But I don't know, guys. Like, pay bills? Settle down? Start a family? Like, no, that's not, no. I'm not ready for that. Little intermission. I look-key like this angle. I might do the video in this angle for the rest. Oh, there's my nanny. Hi. For some reason, I vividly remember my Disneyland experience when I was little. And I think that's because I was literally scared of everything. I was scared of Mickey Mouse. I was scared of the Fantasyland rides. It was not a good experience for me. And after that, I was cool on Disneyland. I was like, I'm never going back. It wasn't until I was turning 9 or 10 when I went on the I forgot which cruise it was, but it was one of the Disney cruises. It wasn't until that, and I went to Animal Kingdom for my 10th birthday. I begged my mom to get me a season pass to Disneyland. I was like, Mom, I want to go. But as I get older, I can't help but feel a little nostalgia every time I go meet characters or I get on Fantasyland rides, especially when I go and see Fantasmic. To this day, That is one of my favorite shows at Disneyland. I go and see it every time I go. Going back to what I said about Peter Pan, Disney really has this way of making you tap into your inner child. Unless it's your first time ever at Disneyland or Disney World, I know you can't help but feel like the tiniest bit of nostalgia just walking down Main Street or meeting characters or getting on like those Fantasyland rides. It may make you feel like you're your 6-year-old self again, and honestly, I love that feeling. When there's just too much stuff going on in the world or I'm worrying a lot, I love going to Disneyland because it makes me feel safe. Like I'm at my second home, you know? No disrespect to my actual home, by the way. I actually love being at home, I'm not gonna lie. The reason why they call it the most happiest place on earth is not only because of the fun rides and the shows and the entertainment and stuff, but it's because it's a safe place for a lot of people. What do you guys think of this? Can you hear me good? Is it stupid? Is it stupid? Is it stupid? Can you hear me good? I don't know. I was getting tired of holding it, and I don't know. It just every time I put it on my shirt, it sounds weird. Hold on. Okay, I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me good. I put it on my shirt, but anyways, reliving memories, making new memories. It's a part of life, whether you go to Disneyland or not. Straight up. I know this is kind of irrelevant, but I feel like those Disney adults make people dislike other Disney adults like me. Okay, I decided to just do this. Hopefully this doesn't make a whole bunch of noise because I'm trying to talk here, Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. Let me stop. But anyways, people see those Disney adults and are like, oh my god, they're so childish, they need to grow up. And I swear we do not act like that. Like, all of us don't act like that. Like, I'm a Disney adult and I actually act like a normal human being. I feel like those Disney adults are mainly the ones that have children and demand Disney to be absolutely perfect, or they're Trump supporters. I mean, I want to go to Disneyland every day of my life, but I prioritize the important stuff first. You know, like, I'm starting college in fall. I would most definitely prioritize like homework over Disneyland. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, this was the emotional impact of Disney. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And if you agree with anything I said, make sure to leave a comment down in that section. Yep. Again, I know you see it. Anyways, I'm sorry I didn't upload for a long time. Again, I'll try to prioritize my YouTube channel a little more. I might come out with like other videos, not about Disney, just like about like my life and what I'm doing in it, you know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.